Hello everyone, this is Armin, and on behalf of all authors I am presenting VT Former, an exploratory study on vehicle trajectory prediction for highway surveillance through graph isomorphism and transformer. This is a work in progress and we are happy to share our idea here. This research paper and project is supported by National Science Foundation. And here you can see the outline of our presentation. This paper concentrates on vehicle trajectory prediction. The accompanying short animation illustrates that vehicle trajectory prediction seeks to forecast the future movements of vehicles based on their observed trajectories over previous time steps. Vehicle trajectory prediction serves multiple applications such as highway safety and environmental monitoring. This study primarily focuses on three key perspectives relevant to highway and road safety: bird's eye view, high angle view, and eye level view. It is important to note that this study does not include perspectives from dash cams or self-driving vehicles. The key contributions of this paper includes the introduction of VT Former. VT Former aims to explore the potentials of graph transformers and their combination for vehicle trajectory prediction as a novel avenue of research. Comprehensive assessments were conducted on benchmark datasets encompassing diverse surveillance camera angles mentioned in the previous slide. And finally, this study explores the influence of reduced observation horizons as well as higher frame rate on model accuracy, underscoring its effectiveness in scenarios demanding rapid trajectory prediction. Let's dive into the problem we're tackling today. So first up, we get a bunch of frames. We are looking at them in chunks that we call a window size of TOH. Now we are particularly focusing on trajectories, which is basically tracking the center of the vehicle over time. Next up, these trajectories go through VT Former, which processes the data both spatially and temporally and predicts the future trajectory of the vehicles for the next TPH time steps. Inside VT Former, there are two key components at work, which are a graph attentive tokenizer and a transformer. Together, they predict the future trajectory of vehicles. Now, let's explore the structure of the graph attentive tokenizer. The system processes the movement of available vehicles over TOH time steps as input to the GAT. Initially, it calculates the relative trajectory for each vehicle, which is the movement of each vehicle relative to its initial position in the current window. This relative trajectory is then concatenated with the absolute trajectory and passed through a fully connected layer. This process integrates these trajectories to form the input for the graph network. We employ a fully connected graph isomorphism network, wherein each node represents a vehicle and the edges denote the interactions among them. Given that the graph is fully connected, a single-step graph process is sufficient for the GAT to combine features from all nodes. The output is then concatenated with a relative trajectory, and on top of that, positional encoding is added to create a token sequence for each vehicle. Now, the constructed tokens for each vehicle are individually fed into a transformer predictor featuring 8 layers and 4 heads to predict future trajectories over TPH time steps. Multiple datasets, each offering distinct viewpoints, are utilized to assess the performance of the model. The NGSIM dataset, a key benchmark in this area, covers the US 101 and I-80 roads from a bird's eye perspective. All data in this dataset is hand annotated, resulting in minimal noise and high reliability. However, in real-world applications, access to hand annotated data is typically unavailable. The Carolinas Highway dataset documents vehicles' movement through North and South Carolina and includes both eye-level and high-angle viewpoints. The two variations of the dataset in CHD are machine annotated, reflecting the real-world constraints where clean data is not available, and input trajectories are machine generated. Regarding the metrics, we employ three well-established measures in this field: average displacement error, final displacement error, and root mean squared error. For detailed information about the hardware definition of each metric and our training strategy and hyperparameters, please refer to the original manuscript. For the experiments, it is important to note that we trained three versions of the VT former. each differing based on the size of the input window. The VT former SH processes 5 time steps, MH processes 10 time steps, and LH processes 15 time steps. However, all three versions predict the same 25 future time steps. Other studies typically follow the input and output size of the VT former LH and the SH and MH versions, were specifically trained to assess the impact of shorter observation horizons. The qualitative results demonstrate that the VT former can effectively predict the direction of a vehicle's movement, as illustrated by examples such as a vehicle merging into a highway. However, the model primarily struggles with accurately predicting the vehicle's speed, acceleration, and deceleration. These findings suggest that incorporating an additional branch focused on the vehicle's movement vector could potentially enhance the results. The quantitative results indicate that currently, the VT former achieves comparable results. We observe that shorter observation horizons generally enhance the model's predictive capabilities, possibly due to lower amounts of data causing less confusion. Additionally, our experiments demonstrate the same trends when increasing the frequency from 5 Hz to 10 Hz. More data does not necessarily improve the model's performance. This is evident when examining the same predicted horizons of 1 second and 2 seconds, where the trend remains clear across different data frequencies. Increasing model complexity can potentially overcome this issue. However, we have to keep an eye on the number of parameters to ensure that the model is not computationally intensive. In conclusion, in this ongoing exploratory study, we have introduced VT-former algorithm, leveraging the benefits of graph, transformer, and their combination. Assessment on 3 benchmark datasets has been conducted to showcase the potential of graphs and transformers and possibly open new paths for future research. Here you can see the references, and thank you so much for your attention.